the company that paid its freelancers with lies. They said the work was remote, the pay generous, and the future bright. But for over 200 freelancers, that promise turned into a nightmare. Weeks of unpaid labor, drained bank accounts, and stolen identities. Imagine working day and night for a company that doesn't exist. A company that steals your art, your time, and even your name. This is the story of Novatech Solutions, the fake empire that paid its freelancers with lies. Elena was a 29-year-old graphic designer living in Madrid. She'd spent years building her portfolio, chasing small gigs online, hoping one day to land something steady. When she came across Novatech Solutions, it seemed like everything she'd been working toward was finally within reach. The job post was sleek. Remote design work for a rising tech innovator, $60 per hour, flexible schedule, international clients. The recruiter who reached out to her was polished and articulate. His emails looked professional, his calendar links authentic, and his tone was warm but corporate. The interview even felt legitimate, complete with a hiring manager, HR representative, and design lead asking detailed questions about her work process. The company website sealed the deal. Dozens of case studies, glowing testimonials, LinkedIn profiles of employees, and even fake press releases about upcoming product launches. Everything looked real. She signed a contract, filled out onboarding forms, and joined the company's Slack. Her first project, design a full brand identity for a client presentation scheduled 2 weeks later. She got to work. By the end of her first week, she delivered 3 landing pages, a fresh logo system, and an entire color palette. Her manager congratulated her in a group chat, promising that payments were processed at the end of each month. Elena smiled. Finally, a real job, or so she thought. Novatech grew quickly, or at least it appeared to. Within weeks, hundreds of freelancers joined from all over the world. Copywriters, front-end developers, illustrators, animators. They all communicated through Slack and Zoom. Every meeting had cameras on, but the manager's video feeds were oddly low quality. The lighting never changed. The office background was always the same. A white wall, a green plant, and a window with city reflections that never shifted, no matter the time of day. It looked too perfect. A developer named Aaron noticed something strange. During a team meeting, one of the managers froze mid-sentence. The face remained still, but the voice continued speaking, perfectly synced. Later, when he slowed down the recording, he realized what was happening. The manager's face was a deepfake. As payday approached, Elena messaged her manager to confirm payment details. The response came instantly. All invoices are now processed through our internal portal. Please upload your ID and tax details to verify your account. It sounded routine. She didn't think twice. She uploaded her passport scan and filled in her tax number. So did everyone else. Days later, she woke up to a notification from her bank. Her account was frozen. Multiple attempts had been made to open new credit lines in her name. Elena panicked. She contacted Novatech's HR, but her emails bounced back. The Slack channels were suddenly empty, the website redirected to an error page. Everything gone overnight. Then came the Reddit post that blew everything open. Has anyone actually been paid by Novatech Solutions? Within hours, hundreds of freelancers replied. Designers, developers, marketers, all with the same story. None of them had been paid. Every single one had shared personal documents through the same invoice portal. An online investigation quickly unfolded. Tech-savvy users began digging into archive pages, DNS records, and cache profiles. They discovered that every image on the Novatech site had been stolen from real companies. The employees on LinkedIn were fake, AI-generated faces with convincing resumes. The Zoom managers? Deepfakes. Their voices? Synthetic AI models stitched together to sound human. The scam was massive, a digital pyramid built on lies, code, and stolen identities. Investigators later revealed that Novatech wasn't a company at all. It was an identity theft network operating out of multiple countries, using freelancers' real portfolios to lure new victims. Once a designer finished their project, the scammers would repost that same work on a new fake website, claiming it as part of their portfolio. Each fake company led to another. Novatech was just one of 14 clone brands, all feeding the same criminal operation. By the time law enforcement traced the IP addresses, the perpetrators had already shifted their servers overseas. Estimated total loss, $1.6 million in unpaid labor and stolen personal data. For Elena, the damage was personal. Her savings were locked, her credit score ruined, and her art, her original work, was scattered across fake company pages she couldn't take down. She spent months untangling the mess, filing fraud reports, and disputing false credit applications. Every email to reclaim her stolen art felt like shouting into a void. Finally, she found a lawyer who specialized in digital labor fraud, a rare expertise in a world where scams evolve faster than the laws meant to stop them. He told her something that stuck. These scams work because they look real. They steal not just your identity, but your belief in legitimacy. Elena agreed to testify before an EU task force investigating AI identity misuse. Her story became part of a broader case that exposed a growing trend: criminals using AI to create realistic deepfakes, synthetic voices, and fake corporate ecosystems, all to prey on remote workers hungry for opportunity. She never recovered her $8,000, but her testimony helped shut down 14 interconnected scam sites. Novatech wasn't an isolated incident. It was a symptom of something larger. As remote work exploded after the pandemic, so did digital fraud. AI tools made it easy to fabricate entire companies in hours. Websites, testimonials, headshots, even live video meetings. Scammers didn't need to steal from corporations anymore. They could steal from individuals, one freelancer at a time. And because freelancers often work independently, across borders, without centralized protection, the scams thrived in the shadows. Elena's story became a warning to others, a reminder that professionalism can be faked and trust can be weaponized. So how do you protect yourself? Experts say there are signs, small inconsistencies that give the illusion away. Fake recruiters who use Gmail addresses instead of corporate ones, websites with no physical address or company registration, managers who refuse to appear clearly on camera, payment systems that ask for identification before the first transaction. But the truth is, the line between real and fake has never been thinner. AI can mimic a face, a voice, even a personality. The only defense left is awareness. Months later, Elena started over. She rebuilt her portfolio, this time watermarking her designs and vetting every client through verified freelance platforms. She turned her experience into a presentation for online safety workshops, teaching others how to spot the warning signs she once missed. Her message was simple but powerful. The internet can give you freedom, but it can also take it away. Always know who you're working for. The next time a job offer seems too perfect, take a step back. Check the company's registration. Verify the people behind the names. Because sometimes the opportunity is real, but the company isn't. And when payment never arrives, the only thing you'll be left with is exposure. Subscribe for the next episode, where we uncover more digital crimes hidden behind the screen. Like, comment, and share, because your awareness could save someone else from becoming the next victim.